How can Christians presume to speak for God? Do Christians really have the right to speak on his behalf? And I get that it does appear arrogant. Isn't it incredibly presumptuous to run a whole community-wide survey all over SigCup and ask people what is the one question that you've got for God and then offer an answer? How do we know what God says or thinks or feels? Like, God is the creator of all that there is and we're just small little creatures. Come on, how on earth are we meant to know what God really thinks in answer to these questions? And maybe you're thinking, well, does God even speak? Surely God is a force which holds the whole universe together. He doesn't have opinions. And I get that objection. But my response to it would be, well, how do we know anything at all? And I want to propose that we are guided into knowledge. Gandalf guided Frodo. When Frodo was holding that ring, it was Gandalf who helped him see that this is a ring of power which needs to be destroyed. Dumbledore guided Harry Potter. He helped him to see who Voldemort was and how he could be defeated. Children, they're guided into reading and writing and counting. We're guided into how to play a musical instrument. We're coached in our favourite sports. I'm currently learning how to lino print. I've been guided by friends, but I've also been helped by a few YouTubers and some tutorials that I've watched online. The only reason that we're not constantly surrounded by our guides now is that we've started to internalize their instruction and their help. We cannot know something in isolation. We must be guided into it. Even a scientist who has added understanding to a topic has been guided along the way by research which has been done in the past and by the helping hand and wise words of their past teachers. In the same manner that we learn how to read and how to write and how to count, well, in the same manner we come to learn about God. We are guided into knowledge of the divine. God knew that alone, well, we weren't going to be able to comprehend him. He knew that alone, he was always just going to remain some sort of mystery to us. He knew that if we were left to ourselves, we're so self-obsessed, we'd find the next episode on Netflix more interesting than him. And so God has acted as his own guide, his own authoritative teacher. You see, God the Father has sent God the Son down to earth. The creator of all has become a human being. This means that God is not far from us. He is not distant. He is not unknowable. You and I can see God in the face of Jesus Christ. He is the very image of the invisible God. You and I thus can know God. We can know what God thinks, and we can know what God says, and we can know how God feels. We can know it when we read God's word, the Bible, which tells us all about Jesus Christ. Thus, when we are looking at Jesus Christ, we're given faithful answers to our big questions. Thus, we who gaze upon the Bible can speak God's thoughts and feelings into our human situation. Sure, we don't know everything. God hasn't told us everything. Jesus Christ doesn't tell us everything we may want to know. But he does tell us everything which is important, everything which has value. And he invites us, well, to come and get to know him. So come, pick up a Bible. Come, read about Jesus Christ. Come and get to know God.